What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is, man. It is your boy, Fit, and we are back to react with this new on the tube, man. We got another body cam banger for you today. Family makes the worst discovery of their lives, bro. Hey, bro, we hate seeing sad titles like these, man, but, you know, it just guarantees for a good reaction, bro. We're going to see what happened, man, and jump into it, man. We got the Crime Explorer channel, so you guys know what to do, man. If you guys like these kinds of videos, man, comment down below and send me more videos that you want me to react to so I can get to it, man. Most consistent reactor on YouTube. We're posting every single day. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Yeah, let's just jump into this video, guys. Bro.
She's dead. I'm sorry. You can go in. No, I'm sorry.
That's tough.
What happened? I'm asking you, what happened? What happened? What they found in that bathroom wasn't just tragic. It was the kind of sight that haunts forever. The victim is shot for her protection, never knowing that the perpetrator would use it to write her final chapter. What killed Madison was a 9mm. Well, I thought she was passing away. She's dead. 9% just passed away. She's dead. So where's she? A knight in shining armor, or someone else? Absolutely not. Welcome back to the channel. Or
This is nuts, bro.
If you're new here. We bring you true crime stories from all over America, so you can decide for yourself, guilty or not guilty. May 15th, 2020, in the small town of Searcy, Arkansas, at 7 a.m., police responded to a 911 call.
Okay. Relax. Wait, am I at the right place now? Station 601.
Okay. Concerned co-workers had reported Madison Clavenger for being unresponsive, and so police were called to carry out a wellness check. The officer knocked on the door as per protocol.
Searcy Police Department. Whose keys are those?
Those are hers. My sister's. Someone appeared, but it wasn't Madison. A small dog barked behind the door. Madison's father and sister arrived soon after.
Hello, puppy. Hi.
How old is she?
Early 20s. Any of y'all know family member or anything? Oh, your family member. Okay. Sister. Okay. Got a crap bar or something. So I can break in.
As per wellness check protocol, the officer could use a crowbar or battering ram to break into the house, which he didn't have. What he did have was a backup plan.
There's a window unit back here. I think we can probably move that window unit, not the closed one because it's clearly screwed in, but the other one we could probably get in. That far window unit back here, we can probably get through there.
As they walked toward the window unit, her father offered to go inside, but it was hard to break through. Her father finally managed to push a path through and climb in.
Bro, I can't imagine this.
How are you related, sir? I'm a dad. Your dad, okay.
Bro, I genuinely can't imagine this, man. What a beard, though.
If you
Wow.
would just come unlock the door quick.
The officer waited by the front door, the seconds dragging on, while Madison's father faced something that can be described only as a parent's worst nightmare. Everyone was waiting outside, oblivious to what was going on. It was taking much longer than anticipated. When the door finally opened, the truth was undeniable. One look at her father's face, and they knew it was too late.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to go out. I'm sorry. Sir, I'm sorry for your loss. Can we step outside?
Madison was gone. As her sister,
Bro, I can't imagine being the father in this moment, bro. He breaks in, dude, before everybody else gets to see, man, and he has to go out and tell everyone. And then, like, the mom came in late. She can't even go see her. Like, bro, I can't even imagine, bro. Dude, how do you not, like, fall?
Silence, her coworker
like,
rushed over to see if she had made it, but the officer confirmed her passing on the radio. The family was kept outside as the officers preserved the crime scene. There was nothing more to be done. Her father's pain was evident in his face. Her other sister was struggling to come to terms with this terrible new reality.
She's dead. I'm sorry. You can go in. No, I'm sorry.
She wanted to have at least a glimpse, but the police officers remained professional. Madison had been known for her kindness, her faith, and her
Prayers to the family, bro. That's fucked up, man.
Her room still held remnants of that belief. It was evident that she was loved very much, that someone had taken her life, and nothing had been stolen, except for a necklace and a ring, both of sentimental value. Then came the name that shifted the course of the investigation, Hunter Bishop. In 2015, Hunter Bishop attempted to rob a gas station in Plainville, shooting the clerk in the process.
Damn.
He admitted to burglarizing a nearby Pizza Hut.
Bro, this dude is a menace to society, bro. How you go from shooting up a gas station, to fucking robbing a Pizza Hut, to killing someone, bro? That's a crazy fucking evolution right there.
An ex-girlfriend who had reported him, hence the notorious reputation. Hunter Bishop was also Madison's ex-boyfriend, as well as a convicted felon. Now, if you looked up Hunter online, his Facebook page was pretty open. And let's just say it didn't exactly paint
What?
him in the best
Nah,
light.
bro,
He
what?
didn't seem like someone you'd want around your daughter. Hunter was the first person police looked at, and for good reason. There were no signs of a break-in, no forced entry, which meant the killer didn't sneak in. They were let in. Nothing valuable was taken either. This wasn't about money. The only things missing from Madison Clavinger's home were a necklace and a ring, both of sentimental value. One of them had come from Madison's mother, so this felt personal. And, all signs, they pointed straight to Hunter. With everything lining up, officers set a plan in motion. They parked near Hunter's house, ready to stop him the second he hit the road. It didn't take long. His red Chrysler 300 rolled into view, right on cue.
What's your hand, man? Hey, I'm authorized to the police department. I'm doing good. You got your license, registration, and insurance? Yeah.
The officer approached him carefully, but Hunter was friendly and casual.
Everything in the vehicle I need to be worried about, any bombs, guns, drugs, illegal contraband? You got any firearms or anything in a vehicle?
He was scrolling through his phone.
Nah, hell no, bro. There's no way someone is ever this calm during a fucking traffic stop, dude. Lock this dude up, man. This dude has to have like some crazy mental shit going through his head, man.
Except he played it.
No one is ever this calm during a fucking getting pulled
over.
over.
Hunter Bishop to step out.
Mr. Bishop, you mind taking a step out of the vehicle for me? I just want to make sure there's nothing in the vehicle I need to be worried about. Okay.
Just a quick check, he said. They wanted to be sure there was nothing in the car to worry about. Then came a shift.
Well, to be honest with you, you're wanted.
Dude, I thought the officers can't tell them that they're a suspect for shit.
Our CID is needing to speak with you.
Hunter was told he was being detained. Detectives needed to speak with him about something that happened the night before. Hunter stayed calm.
Our CID, our detectives need to speak with you. So I need you to step out of the vehicle and I just... Okay. Can I turn my vehicle on? The windows up? Yeah, we'll let you turn it back on. I just need you to step back out here real quick. Because at this point, you are being detained. You're not being arrested. We are being detained. There's an incident that happened last night that that our detectives need to clear up with you, okay? Oh, you have a warrant or anything? No, that's what I'm saying. Right now you're just being detained. You're not being arrested. Okay.
The reason the officer didn't let him start the car was that Hunter could simply drive away. There was no legal reason to hold him back, at least not yet. They were being as polite as possible to ensure cooperation. From there, things got tense.
Damn.
The officer asked if Hunter had anything on him. Nothing, Hunter said. But the officer noticed something.
You got anything on you? Just make sure. What's that in the front of your pocket or front of your shirt? Where's the gun at?
No way.
Well, you have a holster. Where's the gun at? I don't have a gun.
Naturally, that raised a question. Where was the gun? Hunter denied having one, but the holster said otherwise.
Where's the gun? Okay.
Probably threw it out the window or something.
Right now, you're just being detained for questioning, okay? Go ahead and put your hands behind your back for me. I'm going to place you in handcuffs. So there's not a gun in the.
Dude, he was about to cuss. He was about to cuss.
So there's not a gun in the vehicle. No. You mind if I take a look?
Not a gun in the fucking vehicle.
Okay, no problem.
The officer made it clear. This was just a detention for questioning. Still, handcuffs went on. Hunter refused to have his car searched. That meant they needed a warrant, and time was ticking.
If you want to step back here to my vehicle, like I said, we'll get it all rolled up and all this fun business here in a minute, okay? And I'll let you get some stuff if you need something out of there. I won't leave my car here. No. It's going to go with us one way or another. Either you can drive it or we'll have to one way. I can't afford to get towed. Okay. I'll sit in the back. You can't sit up front.
Hunter was asking the right questions just to test the waters. Clearly,
Hey,
the
man.
officers had something on him. He was being escorted in a police vehicle. Hunter didn't want to leave his car behind because he couldn't afford a tow. When asked to sit in the back of the cruiser, he hesitated. Sitting up front wasn't an option. Since Hunter refused to search, the officers had no choice. They need to get a warrant to look for the gun, the one that should have been in the holster. And they had every reason to believe it was there. But what they didn't know yet was the history behind that gun and how twisted things were about to get.
That's fucked.
While two officers worked on the search warrant, another one drove Hunter to the station. Inside, he was given paperwork to sign. Hunter hesitated. He didn't know if this meant churches were coming or not.
Had a good session at the gym, y'all. My bad, bro.
Eventually, the forms were filled out, and the real questioning began. The detective told Hunter what had happened.
Officers went out to residence today to check on the best of your. She missed an appointment, which family was not like her. Okay, she passed away. This point, we were trying to talk to everyone who has known her or seen her previously.
Dude, this dude goes, oh. This dude isn't saying anything else like, what? This dude goes, oh, that's not how you react when you find out your friend just died, man. Or your girlfriend? What did it say? Oh, fan. I don't know. Is she a girlfriend, friend? What kind of reaction is that, man?
Hunter's body language
Oh,
was
wow.
a bit nonchalant for someone whose ex had been found deceased. No emotion, no shock, just a calm stare. It threw the detective off, but he didn't push. Not yet, at least. Instead, he asked about Hunter's relationship with Madison. Hunter took a long pause before answering.
Madison? Yeah, she was actually a pretty good friend of mine. So, how did you define your relationship with her? Hang out, you just talk on Facebook, you go out and just do stuff as friends, okay? How would you define? I feel like
he wasn't just thinking. He was trying to put the relationship in a light that would make him the least priority suspect.
Messed up about my high school love and stuff. I probably didn't see her for what she could have been, eventually. We were excellent friends, so we wanted to see her more than just a friend. I talked to her about it. I told her that I don't really feel like that I set myself out there to be in a relationship with I would be right now as good as I potentially could be.
Hunter said they were good friends. He also claimed he didn't see her as more than that, but there was hesitation. His answers got long and tangled, as if he was buying time or choosing his words too carefully.
That's good.
I didn't say absolutely no. She didn't see us. Did she want to have a relationship? I believe she did. Did she say all right, or just did she can or what?
At this point, Hunter was making everything up.
Bro, yeah, you can't trust this kind of dude, man.
Since we found each other on Facebook, I can't remember. I believe she found me. I believe. I don't remember how long it's been.
When asked how they met, Hunter fumbled. He couldn't remember if it was Facebook or something else. In fact, he wasn't even sure who contacted whom at this point.
Good buddy. They probably have the chats and everything, man.
I'm kind of more sparse than she was. I believe she contacted me more often, but I just kind of ain't how social I got.
Even when asked how often they talked, he stayed vague and came up with another lie.
When's the last time you got talked with? It's Friday. Yesterday.
The detective pressed about Friday. Whatever Hunter said now mattered because now the detective
was got a lock in.
Timeline. If Hunter was the last person to talk to her, they needed to know when.
Yeah, what kind of shit work did you the morning of afternoon shift.
If he was trying to use work as an alibi, they had to lock down those details. Hunter stayed unclear. He didn't give the officers anything solid, just enough to leave room to adjust his story later, if needed. This was very calculated on his part.
At this point, she passed away.
Bro, dude, finding out that one of your friends died and reacting like this is insanity to me, bro. Dude, he's like, bro, she passed away, like.
He didn't want to risk painting himself guilty by requesting a lawyer, so he gave smart answers to evade any suspicion. The officers were set to crack him.
Is there any way you can call me or something? Not put my car on.
One thing was obvious. He really wanted to get out of there.
He was going to go on the run, bro.
Circle back, knowing if they made him run his story a few times, he would slip up.
So, what time you show myself? So I thought in the beginning of this process, I don't know what I can provide you.
Perhaps Hunter was simply nervous and had nothing to do with this tragedy at all. The officers had to think about this possibility. Suddenly, Hunter remembered that he did in fact speak to Madison the night before.
We're trying to figure out who's the last person to talk to Madison. We have an idea, but we're not certain. So that's what we're talking to everyone who knows her. We're trying to figure out who the last person actually talked to. Before she was dead, I'm not sure how it was. She was calling me tonight. So I sent you to bed, and maybe she stayed on Facebook. I don't know what she did. But before she rang her, but she called me.
Bro, how do you know that? How do you know what she would be typically doing, bro? You're weird. Especially if they're not together.
You see, Hunter wasn't being entirely honest. He and Madison had been romantically involved for a while.
I knew it, bro.
Madison had messaged friends, frustrated. She said Hunter treated her like one of the guys, except when he wanted something else. He even flirted with other girls, never made her a priority, and crossed boundaries when it suited him. She was in a toxic relationship with Hunter Bishop. The detectives knew everything.
That's tough,
They
man.
just wanted to see why Hunter.
You gotta know your worth,
chosen to
man.
spin this angle.
Guys and ladies, man. You gotta know when to boss up and leave, bro. All could have been avoided if she just,
His choice of words was very
knew her
interesting.
worth, bro.
He wanted to plant an image in the
Stood up for
detective's mind
herself.
that he had gone to sleep and Madison had lain down. Or at least that's what he claimed. There was no maybe. They might have spoken, but they had both gone straight to bed. The detectives weren't done with him yet. Not even close.
Dude's crazy, man.
Oh
yeah, he works at
good
McDonald's.
cop, bad cop. Detective Smith entered the room and looked Hunter Bishop straight in the eye. Hunter looked drained.
Oh, sir. Mr. Bishop, I'm Detective Smith. I'm searching for the vacancy. You're a little tired, bro. I am.
There was no time for sympathy. Smith got straight to the point.
Check your bed, step out for a bit, you fall on some other stuff. He asked some questions about the traffic stop and everything, because officers were telling us some concerning things. We found the holster, but then his holster here on the empty.
That immediately raised red flags. Who wears an empty holster?
Yeah, man.
Well, be careful for I wouldn't want to love this stupid thing around if I don't done it. What do you have holster?
The gun was definitely in it, bro.
Detective Smith wasn't holding back any punches.
He's locked in, bro.
He wouldn't give Hunter any time to think of an excuse.
I hear something, buy something, it's not for her, but did you guys shoot the gun? She shot it. You got to shoot at the on the there and get the targets and stuff. You spray paint targets and all that other stuff. You know that targets.
Can you do that shit?
Hunter had helped her pick something small, something she could handle.
You can just go out in nature and practice shooting.
However,
I know there's gun ranges and shit. I know there's outdoor ones too.
Remembered the shooting, but when it came to the gun itself, he distanced himself.
So I didn't shoot the gun. No, not the same kid. I'm just saying, but you was with her. You ever call her the gun? That's kind of cool. That's a triple gun.
It was vital that he cleared himself of shooting the gun.
You know what kind of gun it was? No, not really. You're giving her advice on that. Just kind of like, something smaller and controllable. But you know what caliber it was? No. Did you find a couple of ammo ones there? No.
Then came the footage. Security cameras showed him right beside Madison as she popped the
Shame,
gun,
bro.
just
Damn.
days before she was found dead.
Dude, she wanted the gun. I know that.
Dude, they have the camera footage of you, bro. Just come out with it.
Smirked. She didn't realize it yet, but Madison was shopping for her death.
That's
That
tough,
same
bro.
gun was
Oh, dude, he was trying to get her to buy so there was no record of him buying it, but he's stupid because there's cameras, bro. Dumbass, man.
Hunter over. Detective Smith was about to confront Hunter.
You got a holster on here, and when I'm missing the gun. The gun has been reported stolen.
Oh, dumbass.
The girl gun. No, I didn't make me. It's in your car.
Bro. Oh, did they get the
Hunter
warrant?
was now in custody. It was sitting in his car.
In the back seat,
Suddenly,
bro.
Hunter could remember a few things. Maybe she left it in his car.
Yeah, bro, come on, man. You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked, bro. That's literally the gun that he probably used to kill her, too. You're cooked.
My car. Was it? I wouldn't drove my car up there for you to show her to shoot it. Okay. I got to call her down the car. That gun was stolen gun. So he bought it. She bought it. She's dead. And it says so it's been reported stolen. I'm going to put my car up there and shoot the gun. Couldn't shoot it there. She's coming out with anything else from the
Officers
And he had a holster on you, brother?
Before telling him how ridiculous he sounded.
You got a holster on there. You got a gun in your car. I've got your fingerprints all over it. I've got a 9mm casings from when you had shooting at targets from the shoot.
As the detective walked him through the evidence, fingerprints, ballistics,
Embarrassing, man.
statements, Hunter barely reacted.
This dude's trying to stay calm, bro. He's probably
Matched
pissing
the murder
himself.
scene, and soon, forensics would tell the rest.
It's embarrassing, bro.
I got something at the crime scene. It says, what killed Madison was a 9mm. Well, I thought she just passed away. She's dead. No, I just thought she just passed away. She's dead. So I shot her.
Good luck, brother.
I mean, I just thought she passed away. She didn't pass away.
That explanation didn't hold. Not when the missing weapon turned out to be the murder weapon.
That's bad, bro. Come on, man. He's an idiot, bro. I guess you could have left it in the car. What kind of excuse is that, bro? You're wearing a holster on you as you're leaving work. Work, you claim.
Circle on your vehicle. I have your vehicle right now. I have your phone. I have all of that. We'll circle on that. I'll give you a copy of the search warrant. We got a video of you guys finding the gun. We got it. We'll search and all that. I will project out the scene.
Dude, having the person buy the gun that you're going to kill them with is fucking insane.
He laid it all on the table. But Hunter's response was lukewarm at best. Hunter was still slumped over, so Smith hit him with the worst-case scenario.
I feel someone else last night. Okay, you got anybody corroborate me where you were last night? Because I got a witness that seen that heard the shot at the scene last night. And saw the vehicle leaving the scene.
That's bad, bro. You're cooked.
I don't lie to you. This is one thing I do not do, sir. I do not lie to my people. I got to get more information on that. I know the time. I know the exact time when the place that where I was smoking on the break from watching the video. I'm not saying you committed homicide. I'm not charging you with that. Okay? I'm not charging you with it. Okay? Not at this point in time. Now let's see come back. We got the murder. That's the death penalty. Okay?
Detective Smith tried to convince him to tell them the truth.
Wait, what? Wait, what is the difference in capital murder versus like murder one?
You're giving me calls, but not answering some of my questions already. A logical person thing. So I have problems with that. So I think I will literally submit to whatever you need. I mean, I understand that I have not heard this wonderful person. I appreciate that.
Hunter had finally shifted in his seat, saying nice things about medicine.
Yeah, exactly, bro. He's trying to save himself.
He was careful
That's crazy.
not to let anything slip.
It wasn't wonderful when you were shooting her, bro.
You're a person interested. We need to speak with you. Will you please come here? And then, like I said, we got another dude to submit.
He's crying?
There was a reason for that. I was told, I know that I didn't know and you didn't know that was in there.
Well, I don't buy that, brother.
The fact now is you got medicine shot in your vehicle. That's what was missing. Medicine shot with a 9mm. They have the 9mm. Yes, sir. It is. But also had the projectile. On the crime scene.
Bro, you left the bullet there?
100% certain that projectile was in your possession.
Dude, you're cooked, buddy.
I will tell you that for sure.
Death penalty, bro.
Projectile is in very good condition, so I know they will make a match. If that's the
Good luck.
if that's the case, it's cool.
Then another detective stepped in, Fritz. He took a different approach. Warm, calm, even friendly.
Richard? Hey, my name is Detective Fritz. Thanks for the range.
Man,
I'll
that up.
for a long day. That's you want to go more? You need anything else to drink? Alright.
Fritz called him by his first name to make the room feel less like an interrogation and more like a conversation. And for a moment, it worked.
I always want to know, how they respectful, but I still want to know, and I don't want to be the poor.
Hunter opened up, talked about his relationship with medicine, how things had gotten complicated.
It was to show me in action. Since it doesn't show anything bad on you, I'm not saying that you live wrong or anything of the sort. I'm trying to establish who that I'm talking to understand. It doesn't make you a bad person. Sometimes you're too from other adults. Those things that adults can. Yes, we're adults. And yes, we got our curious. Absolutely, nothing wrong with that.
He was still careful about what he said. By now, he had gone through over 4 hours of interrogation. Detective Fritz was somehow getting him to let his guard down a little. As the room got
Psychology
uncomfortable,
reacts.
Fritz started tightening the screws. Hunter froze, but overcompensated.
What do you think should happen? I mean, that's the justice system.
Fritz kept laughing and smiling as he delivered the next blow.
And I think you're telling me a little bit of the truth, but you're not telling me all the truth.
Uh-oh.
He is having none of it. Officer Fritz doesn't even bother with the facade.
Uh-oh.
You were trying to blow smoke up my back, and what you think will give me just enough? You were trying to use enough $50 notes. Trying to play chess. I play chess. I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I want the truth, the whole truth. Absolutely. Without knowing what you're doing, without telling me the whole truth.
Damn.
Hunter starts stumbling.
I'm retired. I'm best words. My parents live in the house. And then we live in the home. But there's stories that you're not telling the whole truth on. And I've got video. I've got phones. Don't got everything. So here's what I want to know. Okay?
The detective told him his true motive.
I want to know what type of question I'm doing. Okay? I want to know, am I going with the absolute cold-blooded killer that dealt with somebody before, and I'm going to got hold of another guy and just something's happened? Or am I going with the person that stayed away? Things happen.
Damn.
The simple fact is, I've got you over there holding the gun, and that signature with me saying we shot the guy. That's enough right there in itself. So what I want to know is who is the person I'm doing with?
Damn,
Fritz
man.
wanted
They know.
answers.
Who am I doing with the situation?
They know, bro.
Absolutely not. This is what should be done. Absolutely not. What are you saying? You're coming at me.
Clearly nervous, Hunter started contradicting himself. With his arms crossed, his body language was completely closed off. He was hiding something.
Uh-oh. Dude, he's getting like...
Hunter changed details about the car ride, about the gun, about where they had gone.
Dude, this dude just keeps fumbling, bro.
Remember,
that's what happens when you lie, man. You can't remember.
Better. He was trying to understand the
psychology reacts.
The calm, the lack of emotion, it didn't match the situation.
You're sitting there telling me that you find out you've been showing out some emotion. So that's what worried me about you with the one dealing with is over here right there. You have no right now, but you have video. So are you just like cold-blooded? Okay, all right. So that's fine. Tell me who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Right now.
At that point, they didn't need a confession. They just needed to wait for him to slip. Hunter gave him his life story. Was this an attempt to garner sympathy?
I told you about what happened in 2018, July 20th. Ready? I haven't dealt with family death in about 20 years. It was the first family death and the most important family death. You weren't into it when I got messed up about it. It took me 2 weeks to more about my grandma's death. I've had a pretty good flight. I know just what happened. I wasn't there.
Fritz wasn't getting sidetracked that easily.
What happened? That's not.
Stay focused, seeing through all the BS, man. Talking through his story. Yep, there you see it. Do they work together at McDonald's?
I'm not asking you what happened 6 months ago. I'm not asking you what happened yesterday. I don't know the way she was going, or when she did today, or when she negotiated the motorcycle.
The detective pushed further, asking for the timeline.
I wonder what's going to happen to him. Does he get the death penalty?
As the detective poked holes through the story, Hunter kept digging himself a deeper hole.
Because he said that they were in his car.
What you're saying? What's one thing? I'm not sure what happened. So then how did you get back home? Because you're going back up to McDonald's. Well, I thought you said you go from her house to Venice.
That's what I'm saying. You're cooked, buddy.
See, that's what you're still not making up. I don't pay attention. Tell me the truth.
Relentless, he had finally cornered Hunter.
What happened? Just go home and get the food. You said, I'm asking you, what happened?
I'd rather she was frying me at the beginning, dude. I don't know why you're raising your voice at me. Dude, that's crazy, bro.
Pretty sure I got her car. Pretty sure you don't know. But if you don't know, maybe something else happened.
He got defensive when the inconsistencies were pointed out.
I told officer, sorry for whatever. I'm not smoking. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Whether that should be professional. Because you're the one.
It's crazy this entire time he didn't decide to get a lawyer or anything, bro, when he realized he was fucked
the
up.
officer tried something else.
We got statements on this. I'm going to give you. I want you to lay them all out. I'm going to check on a few things, but not a few things.
This is like what they did in the Wire.
Statement he tactfully declined.
Okay, so you really do your job, but you remember, you know, I'm not going to write a statement for you because it is obvious that I'm going to get some details that will be better displayed or showed in video because there will be video footage.
But Detective Fritz wasn't going to give up.
I can promise you, we're going to do a better that, but I want your statement to say what happens. Okay, this is your chance.
Ain't gonna happen, bro. He's not gonna give it no way.
This is so that you can make it crystal clear for me.
You guys think he's gonna write it?
Opportunity to lay it all out clearly. He was handed a pen and told to take his time while the detective stepped out to verify a few things. What came next would seal everything. Because of Hunter's possession of Madison's gun, which had been reported stolen, he was taken into custody on May 21st, 2020. He was formally charged with Madison Clavinger's murder. The evidence against him was overwhelming.
That's tough,
as
man.
the court date approached, even more started to surface. A friend of Hunter's named Hannah came forward. She claimed that in December 2019, he asked her to buy a gun for him.
I knew it. I knew it, bro. I knew it, bro. Didn't I say that earlier?
Told her he'd find another way. He wasn't planning to hurt her, he said, but he was going to hurt someone. Sadly, that's exactly what happened. Prosecutors presented overwhelming evidence tying Hunter to the crime. He was found in possession of the murder weapon, a Tiffany blue Glock bought by the victim just days before she was killed, along with a holster and gun oil she didn't purchase. In 2022, he was given life in prison.
Wow, no death penalty though.
Hunter Bishop was not a victim of circumstance, the calculated killer who used trust to get close. Planned Medicine Clavenger's murder with chilling precision and was ultimately undone by his lies, his arrogance, and a trail of evidence he couldn't erase. This was today's case. If you're interested in...
And man, that's going to do it for this video, bro. I appreciate you guys tuning in with me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, bro. Should he have got the death penalty or not, man? I mean, life without parole, I think, is pretty much justice. But, I mean, some people have stronger opinions than I do. So leave your comments and thoughts below down in the comments, bro. And, yeah, man, we're just going to keep running it up. You guys know the drill, man. If you like videos like these, comment down. Let me know, and let me know more videos that you want me to react to, bro. And bring them to you. Most consistent reactor on the tube, man. And, yeah, bro, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.